Hey the internet, it's your favorite incredibly niche content creator, Paulus the Court, and I wanted to give some background info on this video. I actually originally made this video essay for one of my college classes. I was also heavily inspired by other video essays in the creation of this video, so I hope they can be seen as inspirations. Besides that, I just polished up some parts while adding a bit more, and that's it. I'll also talk about future plans for this channel at the end. So, without further ado, I hope you enjoy my video essay.
So, what's the plan?
Right. Take car, go to Mum's, kill Phil, sorry, grab Liz, go to the Winchester, have a nice cold pint, and wait for all this to blow over. How's that for a slice of fried gold?
Yeah, boy!
Hey the internet, it's Paulus, and I want to talk about the editing of one of my favorite directors of all time, Edgar Wright. Now you may be saying, if I'm going to be analyzing editing, why would I bring up Edgar Wright, who's more known as a director, not an editor? To clarify, while Edgar Wright has worked with many editors over his career as a director, such as Chris Dickens seen here as a zombie cameo in Shaun of the Dead, his vision as an auteur filmmaker is what makes the editing in the movies so great. Here's him talking about his experiences editing in college.
Editing style would like be, you know, working here and like, you know, sort of like spending like hundreds of hours in the edit suite just figuring out. It's like just like doing it. I never went on to be an editor, but I learned how to edit here, and that was something that was really sort of key, because then you can really, as an editor, you know, like how things fit together. As you can probably tell by my tan, I'm not a sun person. So the one good thing about Bournemouth is when it was a sunny day, nobody would be in the edit suite. I would be in the edit suite. Everybody else was down the beach and I would be in the edit suite learning how to edit. And I edited some of my first films on those edit suites.
To show just how unique his style is, let's look at just two aspects of how he edits. 1. His use of transitions compared to other movies, and 2. How he uses editing to cut to music and how that particular style has evolved over time. One of the advantages of editing is its ability to compress time, and no one quite does it like Edgar Wright. To show this, I'll compare one of Wright's films with a similar one. The movies I'll be comparing are Hot Fuzz and Bridesmaids, released just 4 years apart. Both are contemporary comedies where we see a character travel from one place to another. In Bridesmaids, when it shows a character going from one place to another, the film cuts to some drone footage of whatever location they're traveling from or to, with music playing in the background so people won't lose interest. Now let's look at Hot Fuzz's travel sequence.
Nicholas, Frank again. One other thing about your cottage. It's not ready.
More interesting, right? But why exactly? To start off, the cuts are much faster compared to Bridesmaids. This fast-paced cutting makes use of editing as a way to compress time to the extreme. This helps keep the momentum and pacing of the sequence. Hot Fuzz's use of transitions also help give it a style. In the beginning of the scene, we have two different types of transitions, a wipe and dips to black. These transitions help us seamlessly transfer from cut to cut, contributing to the fast-paced nature of the scene. Another tool of editing, sound design, is used to accentuate the transitions and actions happening on the screen. While Bridesmaid also uses music, Hot Fuzz instead uses it to underline the tone of the scene, not as its only use of sound design. In my opinion, the biggest difference is how each uses the sequence as a way to convey information. In Hot Fuzz, the sequence is used as a fast way to show that Nicholas Angel, the main character, is getting more and more isolated while he moves further away from the city, as shown through the decreasing bars on his phone, thus leaving the world he's known. Compare this to Bridesmaids, where the only things viewers know from the sequence is the setting. To conclude this section, Wright uses a quick-cut stylized form of editing to compress space while also using it as an opportunity to further the story. This stylized way of cutting is what makes Wright's films so appealing. Wright's use of quick-cut montages are also used to punctuate scenes and engage viewers. Scenes such as going to the bathroom. filling out paperwork, and even getting ready to go out. The edits make the mundane interesting. One more thing before we analyze our next point. I want to dive deeper into how Wright uses seamless transitions in his film to stylize them. Wright uses the pass-by-wipe transition throughout his movies as a pacing tool to maintain momentum from cut to cut. His style makes transitions seamless. This is just another example of his stylistic editing. Wright's use of this transition is even present in his earlier films, as shown in his 1993 short film, Dead Right. Another example of his stylistic editing, and probably one of the most memorable ones, is his editing. To see how he uses editing to cut the music, I'll show how this particular aspect of his style has developed with his career as a filmmaker. In his 2004 film Shaun of the Dead, during the climax of the film, Wright uses sound design as a comedic device as the characters hit a zombie in time with a Queen song. While there isn't exactly a cutting to the beat, the rhythm and pacing of doing that is present. For the 2010 film, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, Wright cuts to the beat during a scene where one of the side characters is performing a concert.
Hello again, friend of a friend, I knew you were.
Wright uses editing in this scene as a visual cue, not only to replicate the film's origin as a comic through split screens, but to also direct the viewer's attention towards the characters. This is also an explicit moment where Wright uses the music to dictate where the cuts will be. This is further worked on in The World's End, released in 2013, in the sequence where the main cast of characters get drunk and travel towards the next location.
On a night out, having a good time.
Well, show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why.
All of this comes to a head in Edgar Wright's culmination of cutting to music in his 2017 blockbuster, Baby Driver. While I can gush on and on about this film's editing, I'll only say this. Present in Baby Driver are all of the things I've mentioned in Wright's previous movies dialed to 11. The editing points attention at itself, and that in my opinion is part of its appeal. To summarize, editing to the beat helps keep the viewer engaged, and helps amplify whatever action is happening on the screen. In conclusion, Edgar Wright uses editing to compress time, make the boring exciting, and to engage viewers with his fast-paced cuts to music. These are just some of the reasons why I like Wright's editing style so much, and I'm not alone. Edgar Wright's works are so influential they transcend mediums, as seen here in the video game Hi-Fi Rush, a video game where the objective is to do actions to the beat of the music, exactly like how Wright edits his movies.
Oh, jeez.
Before I go, Wright's stylistic editing is so great in my opinion because it really gives each movie its sense of identity and shows Wright's vision as an auteur. Thanks for watching.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey there, congrats on making it all the way through the video. For your efforts, I'll talk about what I'm planning to do in the future. Good news! I'm hopefully planning on working on new videos and will try my best to release at least one produced video a month. Besides that, I've mostly been busy this past year with college and life stuff, so I hope I can use the skills I've learned to make higher quality videos for you. Thanks for watching the video, and I hope I see you again another time. I'll see you again another time.